So today we'll be talking about the moon in Aquarius in the first house. So if you have this placement, this video is for you. Moon in Aquarius can be summed up to two words: emotionally detached. Aquarius is the sign of fixed air, which is about constant change, constant movement, or constant detachment. And it's about freedom. The moon shows us our emotional security or our emotional needs. And so when the moon is in Aquarius, there is an emotional need for self-reliance or for freedom. Furthermore, the moon shows us the creative resources that we use. It's our creativity, our substance. And when it's in Aquarius, which is the sign of logic, self-reliance, systems, what you utilize as a creative resource for the most part is you used detached forms of logic. So how you solve problems is not through emotional means or through coming to conclusions and assumptions. You take a very rational approach, and oftentimes you are consciously maintaining emotional detachment from your conclusions. So as well, so that is the creative resource of moon in Aquarius. And in the first house, what this indicates is an emotional detached problem solver, or an emotional detached approach to life. When the moon is in the first house, this means that we are objectively focused on some interest or some important thing. A lot of times something that's of importance to ourselves, such as family or forms of investments like our home life, and also creative projects that we care about. So things that would take place in the home, for example. So art, music, gardening, just things that we enjoy, right? That's what the moon is about. And things that require stability in order to pursue. The things that you need a household in order to be able to pursue them. That's kind of an easy way to think of the type of things that the moon can encompass, but it's really about the creative process. So a lot of times these people can be creatively into forms of technology. They can be robotics type interest people, or like people that are interested in tech or development programs, like systems, making things work systematically. And even in their home life, everything works systematically. You know, they love technology in the home. They love making things efficient. They have a no-nonsense approach. But like for fun, when it comes to creativity, these people will have an element of technology to their creativity. So instead of an artist on paper, this may be more likely to be like a graphic designer. But that's the moon in Aquarius. And, you know, moon in the first house means that your approach to life is some sort of thing like this, like some sort of project or some sort of form of stability, like maybe your home life, your family, your security becomes the main objective. And the way you approach it is in an emotional, detached, or logical way. Now, a lot of times, self-reliance and freedom is your approach to life. And so there could be a need to not be dependent on authorities or on some form of structure or centralized power. You like to have as much control of your things as possible and of your systems, your operation as possible. So it's like you could be somebody that has a lot of things going on in the home. Like you could be gardening, like growing your own stuff, growing your own food. You could have your own water system, like your own source of water. You could have solar panels, like all types of things that make the house or the security very self-reliant. And generally speaking, this is your objective or your focus on life. But last but not least, the moon in the first house makes somebody that is caring and that wants to help people. They want to solve problems because the moon is about answers, intuition. But in the sign of emotional detachment, there is a very calculated or like logical approach to solving problems. So you love helping people, but sometimes you can do it in a more critical way or in a more direct way, and you can get right to the core of things. You may say the hard truth and rub people the wrong way, but it's for the benefit and it's for good causes. So this is how you help people that come to you for support, guidance, or intuition. But yeah, so hopefully that made sense. That is what Moon in Aquarius in the first house is about. So other than that, if you enjoyed this video or found it accurate in some way, consider leaving a like, subscribing for more content, and sharing this video with somebody you know that may have this placement. And also, if you'd like a natal chart reading, check the link in the description. My Patreon is where I do natal chart readings. And I post other astrology content that I don't post on here. So if that interests you, definitely check that out. And other than that, I will see you guys in another video. Peace.